Ladies and gentlemen, the beat goes on.
Turn it up.
What you're about to hear may cause your speakers to explode.
Grant's Rock Warehouse is keeping it real in the field.
Get ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to Grant's Rock Warehouse, and welcome to episode 6 in our series, No Skips, All Killer, and No Filler. Rob the Wax is here, and we're going to talk about records that we feel are no-skip albums. We want to hear from you in the chat. Let's keep it interactive. Let's do it.
Grant is trying to change the world one track at a time. Grant's Rock Warehouse is keeping it real in the field.
All right, everybody, we are live. It is Monday. It is post-Thanksgiving. We are still alive. I want to welcome Rob to the show. Rob, how are you? Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, too.
This is episode 6, people. We've done 6 of these damn shows where we talk about records that we feel are no-skip records. So, Rob, how was your Thanksgiving? Did you stay in LA? Did you do anything?
Yeah, I stayed in LA.
Yeah.
I didn't go back to visit the family. No one would have been there anyway. Well, some people might have.
Yeah.
I think they left town to give me so I wouldn't come.
I
That's
gotcha. That's probably what it was.
But I was invited over someone's, so I enjoyed it with someone else's family. I was the third wheel, I guess.
Well, oh well, it's fine. No big deal.
Okay.
Anyway, so if you've been keeping track of this series, we're just talking music. We do want to hear from you. Rob, I'm going to turn it over to you for your first pick.
Oh, already?
Well, what do we normally do?
Well, no, I think I do first. I thought we would have a little more witty banter.
We can have witty banter.
Well, how was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was just dandy. I stayed here, and Carol's now not doing her MRI thing at the moment. She's in between gigs, so she was here. And my daughter, that's in Cincinnati, came up, and Carol's sister came over, and we did Thanksgiving here. It's very domestically Thanksgiving-like.
Did you cook a whole spread, or you ordered a spread, or what?
Well, we were going to have it at Claire's place, but then we changed it to do it up here, but she just ordered a honey baked ham. So we didn't even have any turkey.
I do like the honey baked ham.
It was a quality product.
Where I went, they have one.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I assume it happened everywhere, but if you go on social media, there are a couple of LA stores where lines were like 6 hours long or something like that.
Well, my daughter said that, I picked up a honey baked ham at the store before, and it's like going into hell. And my daughter did it, and she just waited. It was horrible, I guess.
Do you remember the heyday of honey baked ham?
Mm-hmm.
That they were so popular. I guess they're popular during the holidays, but they were so popular that a rival popped up called Heavenly Ham. Do you remember that?
I remember Heavenly Ham.
So I don't know if it was people that left honey baked ham to go, listen, we could do it better.
Could be. Let's, who's here in the chat? Oh, Ken's here. Nice to see you, Ken. Anthony Ferraro, Pink Floyd Animals, evidently is a no-skip record.
Hey, someone mentioned, go watch the episodes. I said this, like I had mentioned a band in one of my live streams. Someone goes, what about jazz? And I go, dude, I'm 100 years old. I lived a life where I listened to music my whole life. And I there's more than jazz. It's just,
there is.
As a vinyl collector, what I'm known for, I prefer buying jazz on vinyl to listen to it. But if you know LA, I'm in my car a lot streaming tons of different shit. So
yeah. So you did do Record Store Day, correct? Because you did make a.
Well, we did a live stream. Here in LA, it seems like less stores are participating, but it's Record Store Day, so they celebrate it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I picked up a lot of records. and I probably picked up 4 or 5 record store day titles, mostly jazz. But I did, or I couldn't find one really anywhere. That Love Box, which has their 4 Elektra albums and then an extra disc.
Mm-hmm.
So I found the next day, I was at a store, put it in my cart, was checking out, and they go, "This is gone." But I did find a store in New York, and they just confirmed shipment. So I'm looking forward to that Love Box. Do you like the Love?
I love the Love, but
Okay.
I don't. I've got an original press. What's the third? What's the album? Let's see. The third. What's the fourth Love album?
Well, the 4th on Elektra or the 4th?
No, the fourth one. Oh shit! I can see.
I don't know. I'm old. I forget. I'm into jazz. Why are you asking me?
I got an original Elektra pressing, still sealed
Really?
and opened. Yeah, I got all kinds of shit.
Sell that sucker.
I'm going to. This is what I'm doing. I've told everybody I'm moving all the CDs in here. I've built a new wall here. I put a new wall here that I'm working on, but I'm run out of supplies because we bought all the supplies at the store. So I'm putting all the vinyl in the other room, and I'm going to start liquidating it because I don't use any of the vinyl. The Warehaus runs all on digital, and like we talked about before, I bought all that shit when it was cheap. I might as well sell it now. So I don't know. I was going to ask you about it. Should I do Discogs? Should I do auctions?
Well, I can. Here's the way I do it.
What should I do? Because it's
if anyone knows my
profit.
channel,
all of it's all profit.
I do auctions, but I've cultivated over 4 years of doing them. A bunch of people who come. Most people come to just watch them. Here's what I've been doing. Your very high end records that go for money. I go eBay. The reason I do put them on Discogs, but the reason I prefer eBay is you get a good indication of if people are even looking at your records, and that's a place where they tend to do well.
Okay.
But I Discogs, and it takes so long to build up an audience for an auction. I think this week I'm attempting maybe with someone else to do a Whatnot, but that's another thing. You need to build an audience on Whatnot. I wouldn't go there with like $100 records, but let people know you're good. You have clean records. You grade well. You ship well, and all that stuff. That's like I have spectacular ratings on eBay and Discogs for one reason. I pack the records really well.
Yeah.
So.
How many? Let me see. Let me look at my eBay rating real quick. I don't know what your rating is, but I can.
I'm 100% on eBay. 100.
I'm 100%. I've sold 1,000.1K items. 100%.
That's more than me.
And I've got 4,228 positive feedbacks.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I think eBay's the best. You have the best gauge of what people want there. Discogs is horribly run as a company, as an entity.
Well, the software's kind of hokey.
Well, I don't even download the app. I go through a browser. But if Discogs, like here, I talked about this. Here's a record. I think that this isn't the non-skip record I'm going to talk about, but I love this record. The hardest thing to do with Discogs is identify which version of this record you have. Hard as shit. That is the problem.
Well, they pressed a shitload of them.
No, I understand. They're different things. But that's what they should concentrate on, making it easier to enter a record in. Also, like if you're a seller on Discogs, like a lot of people are not, it's a good place to inventory what you have in your collection. But if you're a seller, give us an indication of even people are looking at your entry, like eBay does. But that's enough,
Well, the thing is I haven't sold all those big. How I got 4,000 points. I told everybody this story that in the 90s I was going through all the CD bins and pulling out everything that was important. I was making, back in the Clinton administration, I was making $1,000 a week on eBay because I would know what CDs were important. I could say, oh, well, shit, I can get that for $1. That's a $75 CD.
Well, okay. Here's the way I feel about that. Your 30-year-old reviews, or would you go to a restaurant based on 30-year-old reviews?
No.
You need to get back into the the pool or whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
I mean, the fried chicken was awesome. And I go there.
eBay, the way they used to run it, the way it used to be a lot simpler. Now you have all these different settings. You've got all these things to fill out. It's like, oh,
okay,
good
but if
Lord.
you get into, I'll tell you this. Here's the easiest way.
Okay.
Go find a post of the record you're going to post.
Mhm.
Say you want to sell a copy of that. It gives you an entry, and then you go in and edit it.
Mhm.
Taking the pictures is the most time. Posting it.
Mhm.
But I'll tell you what. I posted a record last week. I took all the pictures. It took me like 20 minutes, took all the pictures, edit the pictures, made the listing, posted it, and it sold within 5 minutes. It took less time for it to sell than it did for me to create the listing.
Yeah, back in the day, I'd had a scanner and I'd take the CDs out. We'd take them out of this.
Oh, and
I
you
would
scan them?
I would scan the booklet. I would scan the rear insert. Yeah, I had a whole theme. Yeah, but I don't know.
Let's get back to talking to records.
Oh, you ready now? We warmed up.
Yeah, we're warmed up. Do you feel we're warmed
good?
up?
Okay, good. All right.
Let's start with this because I found all OGs of this band's records in minty condition, and probably the versions you want to find of this vinyl of the records. But I was trying to decide which one is a no skip, because I think at least their first 4 records are pretty much non-skip records, and they're one of the best sounding records you will find, and it's this Creedence, Willie and the Po' Boys.
Oh, I got to fix the shot. Holy crap!
Yeah.
There it is. There we go.
Okay, so this is a Hollywood pressing, which is probably the one you want to find of it, and it's still in the shrink. It's in the shrink. I'll pull the cover out. But
is that the Blue Label Fantasy?
Yeah, Blue Label. It is not. Dynaflex was a name coined by RCA, but other companies use that same vinyl. Sometimes you'll find Fantasy Records on that flimsy Dynaflex.
So it's virgin vinyl though, because all those RCA Dynaflex were all virgin vinyl.
Right, and this is what's funny. They came out with that because of the oil crisis, but you'll find that type of vinyl in the original pressings of Creedence records. So I found them. This particular one is not. It's not the virgin vinyl, but it sounds like I re-listened to the record today right before we streamed, and killer record. Let me bring up. Now I said maybe since we're doing this so much now, I won't rely on my horrible brain. I'll pull up some notes.
Okay.
So here I'm not even prepared with my notes. So this record, I think we're gonna. I don't even know if my notes. We'll start off with Down on the Corner. If you've never, Creedence is a band that you don't need to be a fan of to hear their music, right?
Mm-mm.
So Down on the Corner is a song they probably made. Well, they signed horrible deals, so they didn't make the money. But licensing for that song in movies and commercials, not even the lyrics. Bang, 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 bang. That's just an iconic song, right?
100%.
Do I need to talk so much? It's it's funny with Creedence on the guys from Northern California, like they sound like they're from the South, right? Would you call Creedence Southern rockish? I don't know.
I wouldn't call them Southern rock.
Blues rock. Would you call them blues rock?
Swamp rock.
Swamp rock. Wasn't that term created for them or no?
Probably. I don't know. Here, Marlon's coming in saying swamp.
Swamp. It's like Billy Joe White. I thought was swamp rock.
Pookie says no. Pookie, what would you call them? What would you call this? Swamp? We would go with swamp. Wait a minute. I think we have some trolls in your chat tonight. Oh, I'm sure. Why wouldn't we? Probably you.
Yeah. Well, you know what? This is a person who dislikes trolls, I think. That person. Just change your name, dude.
It's fine. As long as I don't care if you play nice, I don't care. It is what it is.
But so getting back down on the corner, can't get any better than that. It came out of the sky. It's like a rockabilly satire because it's about a UFO landing on a farmer's field. That's what the song's about. Does anyone have any feelings about that song?
I don't know. I do. We're going to be all over this since we started talking eBay. We're just going to keep it loose, kids. Backstage Recording says find a record store that does consignment sales like I did, but then you have to pay them
a percentage.
Of course, you'd have to pay eBay as well.
Well, but here's the difference. Grant, obviously, 30 years ago, he's an experienced eBay seller. He knows how to do it.
I know how to do it.
If you have the time, that's what it really is. If you have the time to do it, then do it. If you feel like it's a burden, then explore other ways of selling your records.
The problem is that for what I've got invested in this stuff, it's all profit, whatever it is. The dollar records are now $20 records. So most of it's, I got it cheap. So it's, but I've got some stuff that's worth some money. I've got an original mint condition, mint cover of Bird's Notorious Bird Brothers in mono on Columbia. That's absolutely beautiful. Monkeys, Birds, Bees, and the Monkeys in mono. I've got one of those. I got a lot of.
But I don't know if that goes for so much.
What? Birds, Bees, and the Monkeys, or
yeah.
I don't know.
Monkeys records don't go for a lot.
The mono Birds, Bees, and the Monkeys.
No, mono stereo,
one, a real mono one.
I understand. I don't know. Maybe you can put that in your consignment pile.
I don't know. I think you need to relook at the Birds, Bees, and the Monkeys in mono. You probably have never come across one.
Who you think you're talking to?
Come across any U.S. pressings of Birds, Bees, and the Monkeys in mono.
Are they in mint condition? No, but I come across them.
All right. Well, I need a good one. Of course, you know how mono is.
I like mono. I would prefer a good mono over a good stereo.
All you have to do is hit the stereo button. If you have okay, this is a little bit of tip for everybody in case you don't know. If you go out and you're going through, this show is just going to be all over the place. If you're going through the bins, you find an old mono record that looks like shit. Buy it, because you can play it with a stereo cart, and if you've got the mono button on your receiver or your amp, hit the mono button and it causes all the skips and pops to go out of phase, so you can't hear them. Well, you can hear a little bit, but for the most part, it knocks everything out. So you can get something that looks like shit, but it'll sound decent when you get it.
I have a record. This was a record I was borderline going to use right here. But you never know whether it's stereo or mono. I found this for 50 cents in a 50-cent bin at a record store. It might look a little bit like a wino slept with it.
Well, Al looks awfully happy in that picture. I'll give him that.
Dude, if you're in a bad mood, you put on some Al Green, you're in a happy mood afterwards. But I played this and it plays excellent. So you never know. You never know. This good album, by the way.
But I used to pick up Bird's mono or Simon and Garfunkel mono, and it looks questionable, but it'll play just fine. Just the mono button is your friend on your stereo receiver. That's all I'm going to say.
I don't have a mono button on mine.
Well, you can do a Y.
Someone made me a box.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't work.
Do a Y. Ours, I don't know what kind of
my
connectors
upgrade.
you got.
Well, here's what's going to happen.
Okay.
My next thing. I have a Riga P3 that I've kind of almost upgraded to a P6 because you could do that.
Mm-hmm.
But my next upgrade to my system is a turntable, and I'm going to get a table that will lend itself to changing the cartridge easy. That's probably techniques. So I would like to get a mono cartridge, and then I won't have to push any buttons.
Where you talk, I've got a Techniques. It's what is 1971 SL 1100A, which predates the 1200, but it's all mono, and it's must weigh 30 pounds. It's like all aluminum, but you can just unscrew the head shells and slap it in there.
That's all I want to do.
I do have a story about that because everyone might want to know about this. If you go on eBay or whatever and look for an SL 1100A, they're like $700. I got mine. I bought it, and it had the cover. It was beautiful. It came with the original box. It had everything. Now, I got it through the Postal Service, okay? It came and arrived, but the dust cover was cracked when I got it. So I put in a claim because I figured, well, they will just, I can find another dust cover and they'll cover it. No, I'll be damned if the U.S. Postal Service gave me like $500. I forget how much it was, 400, 300. It was, 15 years ago. I don't remember how much it was. They paid for the whole thing. So I got damn turntable for free.
Hold on. You just described an episode of Seinfeld. You sure you just are remembering an episode of Seinfeld?
No, I swear to God.
As your real life experience?
It's a real life experience. I got that Techniques turntable for free. And then later on eBay, someone was selling one of those original dust covers because I didn't want one of those clear ones. I want one of the frosted
like
ones.
Someone's hotboxing underneath it.
Yeah, I want a real one, so I was able to get one. So it was like $50.
There are companies that specialize. They're kind of with fiberglass that make dust covers. So
is this the filler part of the show? It is. We're talking turntables, damn it. All right,
I don't know.
Go back to it. What? Huh?
So let's go back to this record.
Go back to that record.
So we talked about the Cotton Fields is good. There's a couple more kind of jammy instrumental-y songs on here that are so good. We got the Paperboy Shuffle and Feeling Blue. All good. But side 2 is where you kicks ass on this record. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You got the Fortunate Son. Iconic song. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't Look at Me Now, it Ain't You or Me. Good song. Jammy song. And then Midnight Special.
Yeah.
Got the Midnight Special, man. Side of the Road is another little jammy song. And then probably the most kind of, if you want to call it psych sort of song, is this Effigy song, the last song on the album. That's kind of long. It's got kind of whispery lyric singing type of thing. So this song kicks ass. I mean, this album kicks ass.
So is that the best Creedence album in the catalog?
You know what? I told you their first 4. It's hard to decide which one you want to pick.
This is better than Green River? No?
The one where what's his face left, John Fogerty left, which I have that one. That's the 5th one, right? That sucks. But the first 4, you could interchange them, I think. That's my feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here I don't know another band who albums were just recorded perfectly. If people want to call like audiophile whatever recordings, like if you just get the old OGs, they all sound excellent. They do. And all these reissues that are coming out claiming blah blah blah, these sound just as good to me.
Oh, I know.
Well, there is one. I don't have an OG. I have it over there. I forget which one it is, but you can go on Amazon and get it for $20. It's a Steve Hoffman, Kevin Gray mastered. They took the plates from Analog Productions and just made a regular pressing. That one sounds awesome. It's $20. But even these, they're not crazy expensive records.
No,
I don't know. It's because
they were a shitload of them.
Yeah, that's why they're just not. I mean, technically they should be, but there's just a lot of them available. And I've been lucky. I've been able to find these pretty minty condition. So, all right.
Well, you just talking about that reminded me. I've got an Alice Cooper "Pretties for You."
Yeah.
Original pressing. Is it a green label? It might predate the green label. It might be bizarre where it's like a kind of that pinkish orange color. And I swear to God, that record just absolutely sounds wonderful. Might not be the best Alice Cooper album, but damn it, that record sounds great.
I'm telling you, someone just like Satan. Yeah. But dude, all the first 4 records are interchangeable to me. Maybe this one, is this the best cover? I don't know.
I like that cover.
Yeah. They're all excellent, except the 5th one.
Yeah, you don't want to you can get them all, get them all, kids. Who cares? All right. So my pick, I'm going to go to my pick. All right. The reason I'm going to throw this out there is because, well, we're kind of doing, there's something in the works on Sea Tranquility where we're going to start, we're going to do like a top 10 of Joe Walsh. And there is one Joe Walsh album. It got me thinking about this. And there is a Joe Walsh album that I think is totally 100% a no skips record. And I'm going to go with Barnstorm 1972. Now, Barnstorm originally was a band, but Dunhill, ABC kind of marketed it as a Joe Walsh album. That kind of pissed Joe off because Barnstorm was a band. So I'm going to go with the debut album. This is the first record that Joe produced in the band after James Gang.
James Gang.
Yeah. So it's got rock, it's got folk, it's got psychedelia on here. It's very raw. It's almost kind of like it's got like a home recorded kind of vibe to it. Recorded in Colorado barn. I guess that's why they call it Barnstorm. But man, Joe Walsh's guitar on here. The songwriting's great. The sequencing's great. I think it's phenomenal. What can I say? I got to scroll. Damn it. All right. These are the songs. Let's just go through
change
some
the
songs.
graphic.
Did I not green the graphic? Oh, God. Damn it.
It went so much better in rehearsal.
It did. We didn't even rehearse. Well, I get all excited, Anyway, so
I don't. What songs are on this? Because I don't know this one.
This is the best one. Of course, the other one had Rocky Mountain Way, but this has got Midnight Visitor. This is kind of moody, psychedelic tinge track. Vocals are very echoey, experimental to some degree. But, it kind of displays Walsh's sense of humor. One, very folk-oriented. Got a lot of acoustic guitars. There's synth on it. ARP Odyssey. It's great. Great Behemoth. Much more folky. This isn't like a total rock record, though it does rock quite a bit. Like Turn to Stone is a phenomenal Joe Walsh track. Standout rocker, very aggressive guitar riffs, very melodic. It kind of foreshadows, like, if you think about like all the riffs that Joe came up with in the Eagles and all that, I think it's phenomenal. I think probably one of the best songs on here probably would be Bird Call Morning. It's like an acoustic type of track, very warm. You got some bird call effects on it. It's very peaceful, but the whole record, it's not like this record is really super well known unless you're like a big Joe Walsh fan. Maybe someone in the chat can ring in on air. Marlon's not a big fan. Barnstorm has Tommy Boland's good friend. Yes. Kenny Purcell talk. Yes, he's playing bass, but it's also got who was the drummer? Who was Joe's drummer? Oh crap, the brain. Joe Vital. Oh, am I butchering his name? Oh. I can't remember.
I don't know. I just know In the City, man.
Well, see, I think this might be peak
No, I
Joe.
know other Joe Walsh songs, but In the City just on the soundtrack of The Warriors?
No, In the City was the Eagles, but it really was just a Joe Walsh track.
But it's on the soundtrack. Well, what was it first? Was it on an Eagles album or on the soundtrack to The Warriors?
Album, I think.
I thought it was on the soundtrack to The Warriors.
Well, maybe it is. Joe Vital, yes. Sorry, my brain. All right, the song In the City. What, everybody in the chat, where did that come on? Was that on the Warriors album first, or was that on the Eagles album first? Because I know it was Warriors first. Keith says it was on the Warriors first. So then they brought it in. Then they put it on an Eagles album. Lovejoy, but his best work was James Gang.
It was, well, that's Walk Away. What were the big James Gang songs? Walk Away.
Funk 49, Funk 48, Walk Away, Midnight Man. There's a lot of great singles. All right.
And then his biggest album as a solo is the one where he's jumping out of the airplane, isn't it?
Well, the one that's got Life's Been Good. The one he's jumping out of an airplane. What is that?
Or he's in a pool. I'm sorry.
Yeah, in a pool. Yeah. The Bomber. Well, that's a great song. But I'm just talking solo Joe. That's a good one. But still,
to the Warriors.
You can listen to these soundtrack to the work. But you can still listen to those James Gang albums. There's some filler on those. All I'm saying is that this, I don't think, has any filler at all. Sequencing,
what label is
production.
it on? What label?
Dunhill ABC.
Did it do well or no?
I don't think this album sold back in the day. Well, it did chart. It got up to, it didn't chart real high. I believe this got up to, what did it go to? I can't find it. I think it charted at the lower end of the bill. It got to 79. So it was not a success. But a lot of the fans think that this is one of his best records, and I have to agree. I think it's a great record because you've got a lot of different type of styles on it. Anyway, we're going to do like a top 10 ranking on Sea of Tranquility, so I'm just kind of getting geared up for it. And I just thought, for me, this is a no skips record. Space Age Whiz Kids. We played that last night on the listening party. I'm getting all geared up. Yeah, you can get Barnstorm as a cutout. I think back in the day, I think it went straight to the cutouts. Yeah, don't sleep on those James Gang albums with Tommy Bolin there. Yeah, those are good records too.
I'll tell you this much. If you're thinking about selling that album on eBay, you're not going to get a lot.
What, Barnstorm?
Barnstorm.
No. They're probably all cutouts. I had this album on 8-track in a 65 Volkswagen van. That's probably where you should play Barnstorm, is in a 65 Volkswagen van. Joe is a great guitarist, but I think he's had as many drugs as Keith Richards, and he's still alive.
Yeah, he cleaned himself up like 30 years ago, right?
Weren't they wasn't he in a relationship with Stevie Nicks, and he thought that Stevie was like the love of his life, but he had to get out of the relationship because all they did was do cocaine all the time?
Well, here's the thing. He's married. He's in-laws with Ringo Starr because they're each married to the sisters.
Mm-hmm. But is that true, though? Did you ever hear that story about Stevie Nicks?
I like Stevie Nicks, but I'm afraid there's so many stories like that about Stevie Nicks that I don't know who she's with, right? Am I wrong?
Nate says he actually got clean while he was in the Eagles.
Okay, 40 years ago.
Joe and Ringo married twins. Is that
I don't
correct?
know. I don't know
That's
if they're
correct.
twins.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're twins. They're sisters. I know that.
There's only some truth to the story, but I heard that he loved her so much, but they were just bad for each other. They just had to end it.
He had to walk away.
He had to walk away. The other thing I have a question: if Stevie did so much coke and she burned a hole in her septum, what would you just like leak all the time? What would happen?
There's so many people like that.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Would you just sit there and look and go, oh, wait a minute?
Yeah. I'm not squeaky clean, but I've never done coke.
Yeah. So. She said he was the love of her life. Okay. So did she break it off with Joe, or did Joe break it off with her? Stevie Nicks' song, Has Anyone Ever Written Anything for You, was for Joe Walsh. Okay. I knew everybody here would know. Whenever he got sober, the damage was done. Marlon Tangent Warehaus, yes. Don Felder talks to him and Joe doing cocaine before the Hotel California video. Oh my God. Can you imagine?
That's how they synced up with each other, because they played together, right?
Yeah.
Are we ready for the next album?
Joe broke it off with her. Okay. I thought that's what happened. Yeah, they were just going to kill each other. Anyway, go ahead, Rob. This show is so damn fractured.
I don't mind doing another themed live stream with you. It's like the TMZ of the VC.
It is very TMZ like.
All right, change the graphic.
Okay, I'm ready. Go start introducing.
Boom.
Okay.
So I found 2 copies of this recently.
So that's domestic. That's the domestic record.
Yeah. Okay. I'll talk about it, but it's what we had access to. This is an OG US, but I'm trying to get all the Cure albums. That's my goal right now for my non-jazz. But yes, this was originally the 3 Imaginary Boys, but it's not the whole album, the UK album. Mm-hmm. So it's partially that. I think it's seven songs, and then tracks that they did before, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this is an excellent sounding record. Like it just I know they're all partially different sessions and stuff, but this sounds fantastic. And it's kind of more like the beginning whimsy Cure, not jammy Cure that they became. It's so good. And this album,
what do you consider jammy Cure though? Like what?
Where they're playing more instrumental without lyrics.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Which probably happened in the early 90s. Am I wrong?
They were probably doing that, like Ken says here, Disintegration.
Yeah.
Disintegration is the best Cure album, I will say that.
I understand, but we're talking about when I talk about a no skip record, it's like records that have good kind of more poppy kind of songs, I think. Like a jammy album like those. I mean, I love those albums. But is one song really different than the next? They're all jamming into like their latest album, great album,
great record.
But, like they sing a little bit, but most of the song is they're jamming, right?
I say that record's kind of in it doesn't have the exact same production values as when they had David M. Allen producing.
But again, this is. More, I know we're against comps here or greatest hits, but this was the US album. That's what we knew here. And jumping and have 3 and have okay. There you go. You know more than I do. But hey David, find me a copy of Imaginary Boys. Okay? That's your job. Jumping
Gotta
Someone
be-
Else's Train, iconic song by them.
Yep.
Like, here's the deal. When they're jammy stuff, are you humming the song? That's like my no skip rule. You can hum the song. Jumping Someone Else's Train, Boys Don't Cry, name of the album, great song. Plastic Passion, 10:15 Saturday Night. It's just all these songs are good. And then side 2, Killing an Arab, Fire in Cairo, Another Day, Grinding Halt, World War, and then 3 Imaginary Boys. This is just a kick-ass album. It is. And it sounds excellent. What do you think?
I love
Great
it.
cover. Great cover.
My favorite Cure albums: Head on the Door, Disintegration. I like Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me quite a bit.
Yeah, that's a great album.
I like Wish too. I think Wish was the last great album. And
well, you know what? Actually, I know people are very touchy about for what I'm about to say.
Go ahead.
But I love live albums. And that Cure live album, which
there's a couple of them.
I don't think it came out on vinyl. Am I wrong that it's double CD? It was hugely popular. I think it was live from the US. It was like a US tour live album. What's the name of it, people?
Uh,
I would like to have that album on vinyl.
They weren't released together.
No, it came out in the
One
90s.
had like a lot of hits on it, and then the other CD had like a lot of stuff that's not quite as well. It depends. Yeah, Show in Paris. So I think Show was the one that had
Show 1993.
Mm-hmm.
That's the album that I don't think it is on vinyl. When did it come out? No, that's not on vinyl.
Well, those probably in the UK they were still pressing vinyl. I don't think they ever came out on vinyl here.
Yeah, but the Show, let me look up to see if I'm right about Show. Show was a US tour. Can someone tell me I'm right or wrong on that?
I do believe it was. Show was, and then of course Paris is Paris.
I'm going to just say this. Actually, you know what my favorite Cure record is? And I have it and I keep finding copies of it. Is Standing on the Beach, which has a different title, I think, in Europe. Looking at the Beach or whatever. And I have the cassette, which has all the extra stuff on it that the album doesn't have because it's a single album. I've got the
cassette of it too.
Yeah, I have the cassette somewhere around here. But okay, we're against greatest hits records for no skips because that's all we would show then. But that show, the Cure show, that's my favorite Cure record. It just is. Okay? Does everyone not agree with that?
You can like whatever you like. Disintegration's my favorite. When Disintegration came out in 79, I immediately got it and I said, this is a masterpiece. Though I remember at the time it kind of got mixed reviews. But as time has progressed, though, it has been determined, I think, that is the peak. That is definitely the peak.
So,
Show is from the Palace of Auburn Hills. It's been on vinyl. Okay.
It was on Europe. There are no U.S. pressings of that album. It only came out CD in the U.S. Right. And it was reissued. I think I'm going to try and order this. It was reissued in 2023 as a picture disc. Stick those up your ass, The Cure.
Yeah, why would they do a picture disc?
Because they did them for every freaking record store day. Here, it did come out it came out in 2023. I'm going to get this. That's my favorite Cure album.
Well, get it. I don't want you to suffer.
Because I have the CD of it and I would listen to it all the time.
Yeah, but CD probably sounds better.
Well, this came out in 2023. Who remastered it?
I've got the original Electra CD, so I don't know.
It was redone by the Beatles guy, Miles Shawwell.
Well, that depends. Do you have the Cure box set, Connecting the Dots?
No. When did that come out? And it's just a CD box?
Mm-hmm. But it's got all the A sides, it's got everything and all the B sides on it. I think it sounds okay, but I think it might be a little bit brick-walled. But people, it's not too bad. People in the chat, what year did Connecting the Dots come out? I can't remember. I could go pull it, but I don't want to have to get up. Connecting to the Dots Secure Box Set. Someone will know. Kevin, I'm with you. Those days are long. Psycho's here. I do want to thank everybody for tuning in. Marlon goes, who cares?
Hey, listen, Marlon. Go get some of Stevie Nicks' cocaine.
Yeah. People don't know, evidently. All right, well, whatever. Did you have anything more to add about this record?
No. Okay. I need to get a copy of Show.
All right, get Show. All right, my pick,
I have the CD.
God, I got to find I got to scroll, people. All right, my next pick. Let me get the graphic up here for you since I'm failing at that. It's a lot of spinning plates on this show. I'm going to go with an album that came out. Byron's going, I could give a crap about The Cure. Okay.
Well, okay. Right. Who would you give the crap to and how would you produce it? Are you going to crap into a bowl so you have it to give? Thank you.
That's a good question. All right, cool. Well, I guess people don't want to talk about The Cure. All right, my pick, I'm going to go 1990 with the album Goodbye Jumbo by World Party. This has to be one of the best records of 1990. Do you know this record?
I have a story.
I've got a CD signed by Carl when I went and saw him.
The late great Carl.
The late great Carl. When did he pass away? Like, what is this, 25?
I think 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Yeah. So I saw World Party play in Columbus at the Basement, which is under the AR Music Bar, which is across from, it's literally like in a basement. And they were doing basically an acoustic tour. And I didn't bring anything to... Idiot me, I didn't bring anything to sign, but Carl was selling merch in the back.
So this is like...
What?
What was the original band? He was in the Waterboys?
He was in the Waterboys.
Yeah.
But they were selling merch, and he was signing stuff, so I said, well, crap.
Was this,
so I ended up buying this at the show.
Was this later World Party?
This was late... Like, maybe 2018, 2019, 2020, maybe somewhere around there.
Okay, so this was like I Need to Live and I'm touring places.
Well, I mean, they weren't doing a whole lot. He had some health issues and stuff.
Well, he had health issues at the end, right?
Well,
do you want to hear my World Party story?
I do.
What's my favorite band, Grant?
Your favorite band?
Yes.
Jellyfish.
So Jellyfish's first big gig was opening up for World Party. So I went to go see Jellyfish, but I went to the World Party show. Guess who blew the other band away?
I don't know.
And it was Jellyfish blew World Party away by far.
Well,
and it was just World Party just had the one song, right?
Mm-hmm.
To ship of foods.
That's a great record, though. God damn. Join the Dots, 1978 to 2001, was released in 2004. Thank you, David. Ken, when did you see World Party in Cleveland? You saw them at the House of Blues, but was it pretty much an acoustic type of show, or what was it? What year was that? Because it might have been the same time I saw them. I don't know. But this record, gee, many Christmas, how Beatlesque. We're talking 1990, kids. And, I'm a big Beatles guy. And the thing is that this had very Beatlesque melodies. It had funky kind of grooves on it, soulful ballads. It had nods to psychedelia. The production was great. And evidently, he might have recorded this in his house, from what I understood. But I'm going, holy crap. But I mean... it's just, it covers a lot of different music styles, but man, it just sounds so good. And the thing is, if you listen to this record now, everybody, it still holds up. It's not dated. Is it too late was an opening ballad. Kind of reminds me of, Them's Babies Please Don't Go. Soulful vocals on it. Great. Way Down Now, kind of a funky lead single. I like it. When the Rainbow Comes, Put the Message in the Box. You've got jangly 12-string guitars. It is Beatlesque. I mean, there's just like one great song after another. Ain't Gonna Come Till I'm Ready. And I Fell Back Alone, a ballad, Take It Up, God on My Side, Show Me the Top. It just keeps going. Everything on this record is good. And it got, I don't think it sold all that well. It might have did okay, though. I think it, what did it do? It only got up to 73 on the U.S. Billboard 200. Got up to number 36 in the U.K.
Were there singles from it?
There were singles. Put the Message in the Box. That was, I know, and so was Way Down Now was a single. I think that was about it. I don't think they only had a couple of singles off of it. But I mean, it used to get play on the alternative stations here in Central Ohio. That's where did I first hear it? God, I cannot remember. I actually think I heard it on WCBE public radio, maybe, or I might have heard it on CD 101 back in the day. But Put the Message in the Box, I was sold. Way Down Now. Yeah.
I think Way Down. I think I vaguely remember Way Down Now.
Yeah,
is that a video on MTV?
Probably. I do remember seeing it on MTV. Here, Nate says World Party was on 120 minutes on MTV. Ken says probably 10 years or more. Carl was full electric. Then I must have saw him more recently than you, Ken, because he was not full electric. I mean, there was a guy playing electric guitar, but it was very low key. I would say there's like 3 or 4 members in the band. Got MTV Airplay. Yeah, here we go. I had that World Party album. It was pretty good. It's damn good. I don't think World Party put out a bad record. Even the one after this is good. The debut album's great. What was the track on the debut album that
it wasn't Ship of Fools?
Ship of Fools.
That's the one
debut
song.
Album's great. Yeah, but I think the second album's even better. So, I don't know. That's my pick. You can get this pretty cheap, though. It used to be in the dollar bins all the time. Oh, here we go. Who remembers New Wave Punk Rock Theater? You mean New Wave Theater on Night Flight? That's what you mean, right? New Wave Theater on Night Flight? So far, Rob has the only decent pick, CCR, and that's 1 out of 4. Marlon doesn't like anything. There's no sax on World Party, though. There might be. I don't know.
Hey, Marlon, here's a good catchphrase for you to use. All applesauce.
Is It Like Today was a great World Party song. Al, 100% right. I love World Party.
I mean, I'm letting you know that Jellyfish, here's what you don't want to do if you're a band.
Okay. Yes.
You don't want to pick an opening band that's better than you. That's what World Party did. It was like all the energy in the room got sucked out, and when World Party took the stage and started playing.
Ken, I should do that. I need to do that. My grandkids love applesauce. All right, that's good.
Oh, wait. Thanks for clarifying, Marlon. You're old. That makes all the sense in the world.
Y&T Earthshaker, first UK. Saga, Worlds Apart. First UK album, 100%.
Oh,
and Danger Money. No skips on either one of those records.
Who's this guy, Mr. Who's this?
Who?
So Mr. Sabsalute, WHFS, dude. You're a Baltimorean, I'm guessing, are you? I'm from the DC part of Maryland. Yeah, but WHFS was in Annapolis. It played all over the both places.
Mm-hmm.
That's where World Party would have been on, WHFS.
Kyle says if it's not Shanker or Gary Moore, Marlon isn't interested. It's true, pretty much true.
Marlon, I can't be all. I don't have grandkids. I do have nieces and nephews. I have a grandniece, but I'm not grandfather type. I'm uncle type.
Lee's saying, I know this is off sub. Well, no, there's no subject. We're on a tangent this whole show. I know this is off subject, but Rhino just started their 12 days of Christmas today, starting off with Black Sabbath 40% off sale.
I have to. Here's the problem with the Rhino, though.
Oh, here we go.
With between the shipping and the sales tax, it's like you never had a discount. Oh, but you lived in Baltimore, I'm guessing, to go see him, or did you drive down from Philly or something? Or from York? Did you drive down from York? My boys can swim. Marlon, if you want to fight me, come to my live streams. That's all I do with people. Not here. I have too much respect for Grant and his horrible picks and albums.
This is just what Marlon does. We're used to it.
By the way, I'm wearing a Doctor Strange T-shirt. Does anyone know Doctor Strange record store?
No.
It's in the Inland Empire in L.A. It's not the Inland Empire. It's like Claremont out there. That dude, you walk in there and they hand you a beer.
Really?
Yeah. Like they give you beer when you go in that store.
I know, Ken. You love when we just riff and just go.
Well, here's the magic of me and Grant.
Yeah.
We have good chemistry, so when we bring up a topic, we both can equally share in the. Like I couldn't say much about Stevie Nicks' cocaine use, but I could chime in that I know she had 5 million lovers.
I just understood that she blew out her nose. I don't know. It just seems like that's a problem. Can they patch that? That's what I want to know.
She's rich as shit. She could have anything
Yeah,
she
can patch
it.
I don't know. Where are we at? Oh, we're at 57 minutes.
Well, we can fill. I could tell you this.
Go ahead.
What can I tell you? Did I pick up? Oh, the only, I think, non-jazz thing I picked up for a record store day was the Love Box, but that's being mailed to me right now. I can't wait to listen to that.
So did you have to pay more for it, or did you get it for what?
So I went into a record store in LA that had a copy, but this store, I don't know what the rule is. They jacked up their prices on all the record store day records. I don't like that. So out of spite, which I believe, spite is your best motivation to doing anything. So out of spite, I didn't buy it. I said, fuck you, I'm not buying it here.
Mm-hmm.
So I found it. So I was at a record store. I went to the In Groove, 5 o'clock in the morning, had it in my cart, was checking out, and then it disappeared. Someone bought it out from underneath me. And he was selling it. Good stores were selling it between $100 and $105. I found a store in New York online. They had it for $115. That's jacked up price. But somehow they had a $10 off coupon for over $100. So I paid what I would have spent maybe at that store. Listen, I believe if you show records on the internet, if you show your records on Instagram, you're thumbing your nose at someone who couldn't find that record. Am I wrong?
Rob, did you find me the record store day role model?
Why am I your personal shopper, Kimbo? Why am I your personal shopper? I'll go out tomorrow. Maybe if I see it somewhere, I will grab it. But I'm guessing that's a hard to find record since you can't find it.
I don't even know what it is. What is
Kimbo, can you explain it to me? Because I don't even know what that
role model record. I don't know what it is.
I don't know that. And if you can't find it in Seattle, which is a good record store day town, then maybe it's hard to find.
Yeah, when we go and visit my son, and he lives in Seattle,
Yeah.
we were there. Where were we there last year? Well, less than last year. Oh my God! The Silver Platters in Seattle is wonderful. There's a record store. I think it's called Voltage.
Okay. High voltage.
High
but
Voltage in Tacoma.
Yeah. So High Voltage is a good store with good records that are way overpriced.
Oh no, but there's CDs. Apps. I was in High Voltage 2 years ago. Dig this, people. This was the buy of the century, and you're going to go, Grant, is this really a legit one? They had does everybody here know the Black Triangle Beatles Abbey Road Japanese CD from 1984? Black Triangle EMI, the very first.
That's nerdy shit. Why is this a good one?
Oh, because it's the best sounding Abbey Road ever on CD. It beats everything.
Why is it so good sounding?
It's got all the tape piss on it. They haven't cleaned anything up. Have you never heard the Black Triangle version? And that's why it's so expensive. It's expensive.
So I
bought it. Wait a minute, Rob. I found it in the bin at High Voltage for $5, and I saw.
How much is it worth? How much is it worth?
Oh, 150, 125.
So I should be looking for that now?
You should have been looking for it. And I checked it just to make sure it wasn't a bootleg, because there are bootlegs out there of it, and it's got the proper, whatever the code is in the middle. You know what I mean?
Where's the Black Triangle? It's on the face
I'll
of the
go
CD.
get it. Hold on.
We could stay put. We could look up on the internet and find the picture.
Oh, I'm gonna get it. It's right here. Hold on.
So while Grant's away, let's interview his chair. How's it going, Grant's chair? Oh, there he is.
I mean, this is the one you want. Okay, here it is. I got it at here. Look, I can't see. I got it. Okay, I got it for $9.99 at High Voltage. Whatever. I got it $4.21. Here's what the Black Triangle looks like.
Where's the Black Triangle at? It's like Two-Face. Oh.
See the triangle? Yeah, yes, they call that a Black Triangle. This is the best sounding Abbey Road. This is like you're listening to the master tape.
It's a stereo.
It's stereo.
Did it come out mono? I don't know if it did.
No, it never had a mono mix.
Okay.
But this is a legit one. Okay, spot it for $9.99.
So that's goes for a lot of money?
A lot of money. Does anybody here know this one?
And it's Japanese?
Yes, the very first Toshiba EMI that came out in 1984 or 83. This is the very first one. That's the one you want.
If Grant plays that record right now, his channel will be taken down. Armed guards will enter his house.
Now
we'll
you can play
Grant
Beatles.
Again.
That rumor that you can't play Beatles online, that was all fallacy.
Well, then play it now.
I got one at a garage show. No, but you didn't get this one. This is what I'm trying to say, you people. This is the very first one. This is before they put this out before EMI. EMI made them pull it because they didn't want anything else. It sounded too good. I swear to God, it's a wonderful sounding record. His prices are insane. Well, but they have a lot of great CDs now.
That place is. I did find. Look, I have this theory that there's any record store you enter, there's an underpriced record in there.
Yeah,
but that store makes it hard to find that. Their prices. And do you think if you play a record in the store, you should sell that record if someone wants to buy it, right?
Correct.
They were playing a record in the store, and I asked about it, and they go, no, that's the owner's record. Dude, why are you fucking playing the record in the store?
Yeah, it's not cool if you play a record that's not for sale because someone may want to buy it, and then if you're not going to sell it, that's not cool. I mean, I thought that was like what all record stores knew. I thought that was just common knowledge that you don't do that. I don't know, maybe not.
No, and never say, "Oh no, that's the owner's record."
I came here to escape Beatles talk. But do you know this CD? This is phenomenal.
I have to go look for it.
Find me a better sounding Abbey Road. I don't care if it's digital, analog. I don't give a shit. Find me a better.
I assume that's digital.
Well, it's a CD, but it's phenomenal.
No, the source that they used, right?
No, not in '84. This would be off analog.
Off analog?
Analog, yeah. Yeah. I just couldn't believe when I saw it. You know, there's all the Japanese writing on the side. I just couldn't believe it that I found one. And I've never seen one in the wild ever.
Now, how did you hear about it? You knew it existed.
Well, you can go on Steve Hoffman's site. They've talked about it plenty. I mean, that's considered the one to have. Yeah. Analog, yes. It's a great one. Analog better. All of my sons say, Dad, just go to Spotify. I say, sorry, dudes, can't do that. Yeah, I don't do that either. Anyway, we have anything more to add? We're already at an hour and 5 minutes over.
No, I think we wasted enough time.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we wasted a lot of time. Wait a minute, here we go. I sold mine at Beatlefest for $200 in 1987.
Really? It was that?
In 87.
So I think it's more popular, not because you think it's the best sounding. It's because they made them pull it, and there are not a lot of copies of it.
Yeah, but you can go and do your own research over on Steve Hoffman's site. I think this sounds better than the first US CD. And
I remember when those came out, and I bought all those CDs.
I did too. I stood in line and got them.
In the long boxes.
In the long boxes. It was like a gift from God. It was like the stars. I went finally. And then I just can't imagine why Beatles for Sale just sounded so bad. What tape did they use? That's what I want to know. Beatles for Sale is one of the worst sounding CDs ever. I don't get it. I don't know.
All right. Well.
Okay. Thanks, Ken. Grant, I must say the show was awesome. You like it when we just shoot the shit. Okay. You're not saying that's their best album, are you? No, this is not the best Beatle album. But I'm saying that this, for a CD, this sounds really good. You wouldn't believe it sounds really good. I'm too old. My ears don't work as well. They used to spend a bunch of money on these specialty albums or CDs. Well, that's fine. It's all right. I love it. I love all this stuff. I'm just addicted to it. I just love it.
Well, you know what? You then you spend your free time yelling for kids to get off your lawn.
I don't have time for that. Jay, nice to see you. White Album rules, and you know which White Album sounds great. The best, if you're looking for CDs, just get the original CD that came out in 87 or 88, whenever the White Album came out. That is the one that sounds the best as far as a digital format. That sounds great. Same with all those other ones like Magical Mystery Tour and what else? Abbey Road. This is a better Abbey Road. I could rank my best sounding Beatles CDs if we wanted. I could do that. It's not a great Beatle album. It's not a great Beatle album either. Beatles for Sale. It's all right. But just because it was mono, they must have pulled the wrong tapes. I don't know. The remaster of that sounds way better.
Hey,
Rob, what's Freddie Hubbard's best live album?
I picked up one recently. I think it was 2 separate albums. There's him at the what was the club in San Francisco, the Keystone Corner. There are 2 albums on Fantasy that are live at the Keystone Corner with Joe Henderson and Woody Shaw, I think, or Bobby Hutcherson. Woody Shaw, Bobby Hutcherson, and Joe Henderson. Those 2 are good, but I don't have a lot of live.
Ken says you're all right, Rob.
Is this the first time you ever seen me, Ken?
Nah, I think Ken's seen you before.
Yeah.
All right, kids, we'll be back next month. I like just shows that we're just rambling on and we're just talking about all kinds of shit, you know? Hard Day's Night is a masterpiece. Yeah.
The movie.
The album is too.
Well, okay. Although I have all the Beatles albums, I'm a Rubber Soul on Beatles fan.
Which album do you like better, the U.S. Rubber Soul or the U.K. Rubber Soul? Which do you think is stronger? Because, you know, the U.S. album's a folk album and...
I bought the Beatles in mono box, so that must be the UK version in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know enough to.
You don't have the US box? Do you have the US CD box set?
No. I have
the CD box.
I have probably a stereo version of Rubber Soul somewhere over there. I probably have a CD up there, but I'm not nerdy. I'm a Beatles fan. I'm not nerdy about the Beatles.
See, I'm nerdy about the Beatles.
Yeah, I'm not nerdy.
Al says the US version of Rubber Soul's better. We should do a poll. UK Rubber Soul's my favorite Beatles album. I totally get it.
Is it because the song sequencing is different?
Well, remember how, you know, Dave Dexter would take and bastardize the albums.
Oh, yeah.
Because they would try to make more, like Yesterday to Today would never have existed because they kept pulling singles and they pulled tracks off of Revolver, pulled tracks off of Rubber Soul and made another record. But you have to admit, if you listen to Yesterday and Today, that's a damn good record. You could take all these Beatles tracks and mix them up and it's still a great album, you know? Just saying. White or Revolver for me. I like the U.S. Rubber Soul for sentimental and nostalgia. Well, I get that because that's what I was raised on. Were all those U.S. records? I don't have any problem with the U.S. albums at all. Rubber Soul, Revolver, great stuff, but later Beatles were better. I don't agree with that.
When they started.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm rewatching the anthology and seeing how much I remember from when it originally was broadcast. But I was going to say when they started doing drugs, but apparently they were doing drugs the whole time.
They were always doing drugs.
Well, yes. Most of it.
Well, when they were in Hamburg playing all those hours or playing 8 hours
well,
a night,
they were doing
popping,
like uppers and downers. I'm talking about they were high on marijuana a lot of times.
Yeah, that was in 65, though. I don't know. UK. Okay, we got to vote for the UK album. All right. I like any of it. I don't care. I'll listen to the US albums. I'll listen to the UK albums. It's all good with me. So, all right. I guess we can wrap this dog up. We'll be back next month for more incoherent jabber. Maybe it'll make sense. I don't know.
Okay.
Rob, keep it clean. We'll see you.
All right. Take care.
Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. We'll be back next month. All right, everybody. Have a good, what's tomorrow? Tuesday? Have a good Tuesday. We'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.